All right, listen up. Have you ever seen a transfer student this insane? Our boy survived a plane crash at 8, spent 10 years as a child mercenary, and now he's been dropped straight from the battlefield into high school. And you think he's just looking for a quiet life? Think again. The moment school bullies targeted his family, our boy decided playtime was over. You really think a bunch of punks like you are worth my time? But before we dive into the high school drama, let's rewind. To understand the beast, you gotta see the cage he was raised in. This is a flashback to a mission gone horribly wrong. We see a defeated Major Kong apologizing to his superior. They walked right into an ambush, betrayed by an informant, and a rescue mission turned into a massacre. The whole thing was a setup. Panic and chaos erupt as his comrades are picked off one by one. The air is thick with gunfire and the screams of fallen soldiers. Pure, unfiltered hell. And amidst this chaos, a different kind of predator emerges. Look at that focus. While everyone else is panicking, our boy is hunting. He moves through the battlefield like a ghost, taking down enemies with brutal efficiency. But even he realizes they're all just pawns in someone else's sick game. The fight dies down, and the survivors, including Major Kong, are rounded up. They're trapped, with no idea where their comrades have been taken. Just when all hope seems lost, a new figure appears from the shadows. And who is it? It's our boy, masked and ready for action. He drops in like a freaking ninja and asks for Major Kong in broken Korean. He's not a captor, he's the cavalry. All you prisoners, follow me. The absolute confidence on this kid. As they make their escape, Major Kong stumbles upon the aftermath. A whole corridor of guards, taken down without a single gunshot. He can't believe it. He took out all these guys by himself, without making a sound. Yeah, Major. That's our boy. He's built different. But they're not out of the woods yet. More hostiles block their path, and there's no way to get past them quietly this time. But does our boy care? Nope. He just charges straight in. And what follows is a masterclass in close-quarters combat. It's a blur of fists, blades, and broken bones. No hesitation, no wasted movement. Just pure, lethal efficiency. Again, he disarms two more guys without even firing his gun. Look at the shock on the other soldiers' faces. This kid isn't just a fighter. He's a one-man army giving out orders like a seasoned commander. Now the firefight really kicks off. Bullets are flying everywhere, but our boy is in his element. This is his playground. His inner monologue basically translates to "don't get in my way," and trust me, nobody wants to. Meanwhile, the regular soldiers are freaking out. To them, he's just charging in recklessly. They're shouting, "We need to be calm and think this through." Little do they know, for Aijin, this is the plan. Overwhelming force is the best strategy. And you think he's just looking for a quiet life? Think again. The moment school bullies targeted his family, our boy decided playtime was over. You really think a bunch of punks like you are worth my time? Yep, that's our boy's worldview in a nutshell. In the face of overwhelming power, all schemes are just child's play. And now, this monster forged in the crucible of war is going back to high school. And now, for a complete change of scenery, we cut to the present day in a totally different kind of battlefield. High school. The girls are already buzzing about the new transfer student. And this one girl, who will soon learn is his sister, Daeyeon, is lost in thought. She's remembering her brother, who she thought died in a plane crash 10 years ago. And little does she know, he's back. This is the moment of their reunion. Look at the raw emotion from his family, finally seeing him after a decade. But look closer at our boy. He flinches at the contact, his body conditioned by years of violence. Yet he forces a smile. He's trying. He's really trying to be the son and brother they lost. Snapping back to reality, Daeyeon gets a rude awakening from her teacher. And you can immediately tell something is off. This isn't just a teacher waking up a student. There's a nasty, bullying tone to her voice. She's clearly targeting Daeyeon for something. And things escalate quickly. Another girl gets slapped right in the hallway. And who's standing there with a smug look on her face? The same teacher. She's a straight-up villain. And just as this toxic environment is established, our boy makes his grand entrance in a classroom 3-2. The moment he walks in, the classroom splits into two camps. Camp 1, the fangirls. They are obsessed. OMG, he's hot. The fangirling is real people. And then there's Camp 2, the haters. This blonde punk is already sizing him up, and his buddy is thinking, what's so special about this guy? Oh, you poor, foolish children. You have no idea. And it doesn't take long for the welcoming committee to make their move. This punk, Jae-hyung, tries the classic trip him with your foot trick. So lame. Of course, for a guy who dodges bullets for a living, a clumsy foot is nothing. Our boy steps over it without even breaking stride. Look at the bully's face. He is not happy. The failed trip attempt leads to a direct confrontation. What are you looking at? He growls. But our boy just gives him the dead-eyed stare of a predator. You can see the disbelief in his thoughts. Is this kid seriously trying to pick a fight with me? And then a memory flashes back. Major Kong telling him to stay out of trouble. The promise is already being tested on day one. We get the full flashback now. Major Kong tries to warn him about normal life, but Aijin responds like he's on a mission, talking about intel and rookie mistakes. He's so detached, saying I'm a pro. It completely misses the point, and Kong just loses it. That's not what I'm talking about. He's not worried about Aijin losing a fight. He's worried about Aijin being unable to live a normal life. Back in the present, Aijin remembers his promise and decides to de-escalate. He just walks past the bully, ignoring him completely. And of course, the little punk takes this as a sign of weakness, smirking like he's won. Oh buddy, you just dodged a bullet and you don't even know it. But not everyone in the class is a jerk. A friendly classmate comes over to welcome him and quietly warns him about Jaehyung, the bully. A couple of girls even try to make small talk about his phone. See, high school isn't all bad, just mostly. The bell rings, and for a moment, things feel normal. The teacher starts the lesson, students open their books. It's the most peaceful environment Aijin has been in for a decade. And our boy just sits there, observing this strange new ecosystem. Students sleeping, doodling, whispering. It's all so alien to him. Even P class, which looks like organized chaos, is a world away from the life or death drills he's used to. And his mind can't help but drift back. Back to the rain, the mud, and the blood. Quick flashes of his past life, brutal, unforgiving, and violent. This is the reality that's always lurking just beneath the surface of his calm exterior. The memory of holding a gun fades, and he finds himself staring out the classroom window. The contrast is jarring. It's peaceful here, he thinks. And for the first time, it doesn't sound like a complaint. It sounds like hope. After school, he finds his sister, Daeyeon, waiting for him. It's a little awkward. They're practically strangers after 10 years apart, but they agree to walk home together. It's a small step, but it's a step towards being a family again. As they walk, they try to break the ice, talking about how weird it all is. You can see Daeyeon is super nervous. They're just starting to have a normal sibling moment when suddenly they're stopped, and you just know trouble's found them again. And look who it is. It's Jaehyung, the classroom bully, and his little gang. Looks like they weren't just waiting for Aijin. They were targeting his sister all along. The vibe immediately gets tense. Daeyeon, trying to protect him, quickly says he's just a classmate, not her brother. Ah, sweet but naive. The bully, of course, doesn't care and gets right up in Aijin's personal space, trying to intimidate him. The taunts continue, but while the bully is running his mouth, our boy is running diagnostics. Look at this. He's analyzing the target's posture, reach, and weaknesses. The mercenary brain has officially switched on. Target analysis complete. It's about to go down. He gives his promise one last shot. Just don't fight, he tells himself and tries to walk away. But the bully isn't having it. He grabs Aijin's collar. Big mistake. Huge. And then the idiot crosses the one line you never, ever cross. He starts threatening Daeyeon. And that's it. That's the switch. You can mess with the ex-mercenary, but you do not mess with his family. The promise is officially off the table. And the reaction is instant. A sharp smack as he twists the bully's wrist, making him scream in pain. He calmly tells his terrified sister to wait for a minute. The professional is at work now. What follows isn't a fight. It's a disassembly, a blur of motion, and the entire gang is on the ground. It's so fast, so effortless, it's almost beautiful. The punks never stood a chance. Standing over the wreckage of his promise, Aijin has a moment of reflection. Well, there goes my promise to Major Kong. But look at the carnage. These kids are completely broken. He didn't just beat them, he dismantled them. Welcome to high school, Aijin. You're gonna fit right in.